Hello and welcome back to another installment of Pokefodder, and let me just say I apologize. This is the third time that I'm making this video. The reason why you haven't seen the video yet, and here it is late on Tuesday night, is because yesterday I did my intro, went to play a game, and we were having problems, couldn't find a game. By the time that the league rooms were ready to go, I didn't have time to record a video, hence no video yesterday. Then today I thought I'd be fancy and use the new iOS 11 screen recorder to do my video. And it turns out that the video was too long and it never saved to my phone. So the third time's a charm. The topic of today's video is how do you, I don't want to say how do you stop because you really can't stop it, but how do you slow down the Tapu Koko Mega Gengar rush if you don't have Tapu Koko or Mega Gengar? And it's a very fair question. Luckily, there are, you have at your disposal a few options. I will start off by saying Mew. Now I know Mew is not great against Tapu Koko, but you can throw Mew on your baseline out of Koko's reach, and Mew will wall both Gengar and Mega Gengar. Here's the thing. If you're at the point in the game where you are facing Koko Mega Gengar rushes, if you don't have Mew, then you're a really good player who is playing so far above your deck's potential that you probably don't need my help. Does that make sense? So I'm taking liberties to assume that you have a Mew. Mew is one of what I would say the 3 or 4 Pokemon who can help you. The next Pokemon, Vibrava. Everybody should have Vibrava by now, and it's super easy. Go ahead and make it level 5. It does like 30,000 coins. I almost have 30,000 coins, and in fact, I just opened a booster recently. In fact, if I go and sell this, my Wi-Fi is running kind of slow, I guess. But now, even I have 30,000 coins. Go make him level 5. Vibrava is not going to stop the rush. It's going to slow it down. It's going to allow you to set up a little bit. Another option that I like is Terrakion. Gengar has a decent size blue. Mega Gengar has an even larger size blue. Tapu Koko has a lot of blue. If you need if you're getting bullnosed rushed, you can take out the Terrakion and combat it with that. Finally, Whimsicott. Now, what is a forgotten grass Pokemon doing in my list of potential counters / stallers for the Mega Gengar Koko rush? Well, Whimsicott is Grass Fairy, which means Tapu Koko cannot fly over him or her. We'll just say it. That's going to slow down the rush. It's got a great stalling purple where if it rolls its purple, it cannot be knocked out on the next attack. And it's got a lot of blue. So if you're looking to slow down the rush, and you're coming across those decks, I personally don't see a lot of them. I have a room match set up where I'm going to go up against one. And so I should probably set up some kind of a counter deck for it. And I don't think you should run all of these. I think you should pick 1 or 2 and then run those. If I had to choose, I would say Mew and Vibrava. I would say Vibrava and Terrakion. Some combination of that. I definitely think Vibrava, not because it's a super powerful and strong Pokemon and is going to knock him out, but it's going to take everybody 2 turns to get around that. And I think that's going to play into your favor. The other thing that I suggest that you do is carry long throw and or goal block. What I hope to do, if I can do it well, is I'm probably going to play this deck. I do have the Mew and the Vibrava in it. I hope it works out. But I will set up a room match and see if I can't just slow down the rush. It doesn't mean that you're going to win. And if you are newer to the game, say you've come in since the days of Deoxys when, and stop me if you remember these days, because these were really awful. These are the dark days of Pokemon Duel. Back in the day, Deoxys Speed, when it first came out, Deoxys Speed could come all the way down your lane, just like you can now, 4 spaces, be within striking distance of your goal on turn 2. And then if you attack it, Deoxys Defense or Deoxys Attack could be replaced off the bench. Deoxys Speed goes back onto the bench. Now you've got either Deoxys Attack form or Deoxys Defense all the way down at your side of the field. And on the next turn, another Deoxys Speed is coming all the way down at you for MP. What that meant was you just conceded an entry point, and you learned to play keeping the other entry point open. And that's kind of what you have to do here. You can't completely stop the rush. You're going to have to learn to concede an entry point, to give up an entry point, and play keeping one open, and then it's spreading out the field from there. So there you go. I'm going to go see if my opponent is ready. I might make a change on my deck. I don't know for sure yet, but I will definitely have something when I come back. And hopefully it has at least a decent showing and I don't just get completely run over, so that it will have a little bit of merit, what I'm saying here. Also, this is not a one-sided conversation here. People are asking me on my Discord, can you do this? Can you show me this? Can you show me this? And I like the ideas. Keep them flowing. I will try to get to all of them. Realistically, I can't get to all of them. But because this was a topic that was brought up that is current today, I figured I would devote a video to it. But just because what I think works and what I think could be counters, maybe you've run something that counters it better than what I've said. Maybe you just think I'm bat crazy. Head over to my Discord and say, put your photo of your deck and tag me in it and say, here's the deck I'm running to slow it down, and tell me why it works. And if you're really feeling crafty, go over to my Reddit. Explain the deck, explain your plates, how you set up, maybe use some screenshots to show, and tell other people, tell myself and the other readers of the Reddit why this deck works. Who knows? Maybe you have the next great deck and nobody else knows about it. Anyway, let me go find my opponent, and as far as you guys know, I'll be right back. And we are back, and as you can see, my opponent has Gengar, Mega Gengar. This is really not a fun deck to go against, just looking at this. But I went ahead and put in all of what I think are the counters. And if you look at Sceptile, it can hit for 140. Therefore, and I already started off bad. I should have put Whimsicott there, but I didn't. And actually, I'm going to slide Vibrava over one. It's going to keep either one of them from getting past me on the first turn, but I should have put Whimsicott there and then brought Vibrava out over here. So just know from the jump that I've already messed up my thing here, and this could go really, really badly. Let me see. I don't think... See, he can't get around Vibrava, so I'm going to go right here. And then I'm going to attack. I should have double chanced here. but it didn't come back to haunt me. So see, what I've effectively done, and no matter what happens the rest of this game, it doesn't really matter, but what I effectively did is I slowed down his rush to the point that now Mega Gengar only has one more turn left, and his Tapu Koko is removed. It's in the PC. Now he could max revive, it looks like he's going to, but with Vibrava sitting there, you basically, I'm basically set. So I can bring, in essence, I stopped his rush. Now, I told my opponent play normal, but my opponent also knows that the video is about the Mega Gengar and Tapu Koko rush. And so he may have, you know, I don't know that a different player would have rushed so hard right off the bat. Seeing what I was doing with my setup, they may have decided to hold back a little bit, but that's fine. That is what you're looking for when you go up against one of these decks. It's not necessarily to completely discourage them, because at some point they're going to try to obviously get to your goal. But what you're doing, and we are going to double chance here, the purpose of this whole video and what people were asking me is, how do you slow it down if you don't have, good grief, if you don't have the meta figures? Wow, that was a solid double chance miss right there. And if you're gonna do that, just welcome to my world. That's just a day in the life of Poke Fodder right there, quite honestly. Probably gonna get smashed on this, and we do. And we do not have what can we? We can slide over here though. And I had, like, honestly, that's really bad luck. Wow, that could have easily been a loss as well. Honestly, I had just really bad luck when it came to, I guess I have to double chance. Setting up, Blaziken probably is not going to lose to Tapu Koko very often. And if Blaziken doesn't lose that, I'm not pinned in like I am right now. Really not, really don't see. I'm just going to have to fight my way out of this somehow. Okay, so we finally get a knockout. And I know I knocked out Tapu Koko earlier, but I'm going to concede the entry point. He may not take it. Yeah, see, he didn't. I'm actually, my rolls have been so bad, I think I'm going to get a blue. No, but my roll was so bad that it was good enough. He does have gold block. So that's going to call off the dogs just a little bit. I'm going to go around the corner. Typically I would have stopped on the entry point, but I went around the corner because I was going to force him to use his gold block plate. Had I stopped early, he wouldn't have been forced to do it. He could have gotten back in time. And I trust, I mean, Whimsicott and Terrakion enough that I'm willing to let them hang back. I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to take Whimsicott over here. I'm really not concerned about Mew knocking out Terrakion. He might just be trying to take my entry point, in which case I will let him have it. Gonna need a positive roll here. Perfect. Now, I don't know what he does. Does he bring Mew back up here so he can attack on the next turn? Okay. I'm gonna say Vibrava can hold one attack and give me a victory. That's what I'm betting on that. This is gonna be tough. I'm not gonna lie. Boom. He held up for one attack, which is all I needed. Bam. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. The brand new meta deck right there, ladies and gentlemen. Whimsicott, Trachean, Vibrava. There you go. Now, let's be honest here. I got some really favorable rolls on the back end of that. Mew is probably going to knock out Vibrava more times than he's going to get stalled. But the point remains. The point of the video was, how do I slow down the rush? And I feel like, you know, you don't need all of these Pokemon. Whimsicott really did nothing. I didn't use Whimsicott properly. Whimsicott coming out earlier, like I pointed out in the video, would have been a better opening move. But at the end of the day, getting Vibrava in the middle stalled him out. So if you don't want to run Whimsicott, if you want to run a different runner or Zapdos or something in that spot, go ahead. If you don't have Vibrava, then a Whimsicott would work. Just pick and choose, build decks around, and that's if you come to my Discord, we have deck building, and there are a lot of really creative people who are way more skilled at deck building than I ever will be, who can help you build a deck. You have to show what Pokemon you have, but then also why are you losing? Where's your weakness? If it's the rush is coming at me too fast, then that helps them put decks together for you. Sorry this video is so late. Sorry there was no video yesterday. That was a little out of my control. But that's going to wrap up today's video. I hope you learned something. I hope you got some ideas out of it. And I hope, more than anything, I hope it was helpful. So, with that being said, until next time.